Hello everyone, it's Gojira Prime here with a little video, and today we're just going to be going over War for Cybertron Smokescreen. This is a toy I got a little while back, a few years back actually, and the reason I got this particular version of Smokescreen was because I never got around to getting the Transformers Universe version of the toy, and I wanted to complete my set of Datsun Autobots. I've also got the Blue Streak one. I need to also now get a Prowl one to replace the Prowl one because that's now kind of out of date, really. But I'm going to run through Smokescreen, first in vehicle mode, then in robot mode, and then we'll do some comparisons. So the vehicle mode you can see here is this Datsun 380, I think it is. And it's done in like a racing color scheme. So you've got some blue, some white, some red, nice big Autobot logo on the front, and then these number 80 stickers on the door. Mine's a little bit mistransformed there. All in all, it's a really nice car mode. Looks very similar to a real Datsun 380. They could have done something a bit better with the wheels, I think, maybe in the middle here, just to cover up the pegs on them, and a little bit more paint detail on the back for the lights. But aside from that, it's a really, really nice car mode. You can use his weapon accessories in both vehicle and robot mode. So if you wanted, you can plug in his, well, what end up being his shoulder cannons onto the bonnet like that. And you can also, if you wanted, plug in his main handheld weapon into the roof in the 5mm peg port there. So you can have a very heavily armed race car for a demolition derby if you wanted. There's not really much more to say about the car mode, except that it is very nice. You can, if you flip him underneath, you can see his head and his hands, but that's not really a major problem at the end of the day. But all in all, it's a really, really nice car mode, and that's all really I can say about it. So I'll just pause the video, get him transformed, and put him into robot mode. Okay, so now here we have Smokescreen, in his robot mode. And the robot mode itself is quite nice. It's a very good modern representation of the character from Season 2 of Transformers. Body-wise, he's pretty much identical to the Prowl and the Blue Streak, Silver Streak version of this mold. I think the head sculpt is a little bit different. It's a nice head sculpt, and it's some nice, it's a nice little robot mode. It's not overly complex. One thing he does suffer from, which is a bit problematic, is hollow feet syndrome back here. There's nothing actually filling out these bits here, which can be a bit problematic sometimes if you are trying to pose him or make him stand up. But all in all, it's a nice enough robot mode. I like it. It's good. I like it. Head is on a joint, so you can turn it from side to side like that. He does look up a little bit, but cannot look down because of how his chest section is. You do have movement at the elbows here. You do also have, at the shoulders, you have movement at the elbows here. The hands will turn a little bit, but there's no real need for them to have any articulation, really. And it's a molded fixed hand, which you can just plug his main weapon into like so. Leg-wise, he does have movement at the waist, so his leg can go all the way up, and it can go about that far back. He does have movement at the knees like so. And the foot section, which is made up of the bottom part of the car, can also move like that. But that's more to do with the transformation process. But it means you can get him to some decent poses if you wanted to. He does also come, like I showed before, with these little shoulder cannons, which will go into these little peg spaces here on the front, which make up his shoulders. And then you've got the full transformation there. So, on to some size comparisons. Here he is next to one of the Sunstreaker copies, Corden, I believe this is. So he's about the same height as Corden. Here he is next to, because I've just got him next to me, Tigerhawk. So Tigerhawk's quite a bit bigger than him. And then last but not least, here he is next to the Selects Star Convoy version of Optimus Prime. So, is this figure worth getting? Well, if you are trying to get a full set of Transformers, then obviously, yes, I would say get him. But just as an individual robot mode, yeah, I'd say get him. It's a simple enough transformation process. The robot mode is very nice. It's got some nice detailing there with the paint apps, the head sculpt. The vehicle mode's very nice as well. It's just a fun little Transformer at the end of the day, which is the most important thing. So yeah, I would say if you are wanting to get a Smokescreen, get him. He is worth it. But hey, let me know in the comments section, do you have Smokescreen in your collection, or is it a toy that you're thinking of adding to your collection, or do you absolutely hate this mold? Do let me know in the comments. Please hit like, hit subscribe, and thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video.